Hello again, happy Monday. Current temperatures across West Texas are in the lower to mid 60s here in the Concho Valley, 65 on the dot in San Angelo, 63 in El Dorado, Menard, Junction, Sonora, Ozona, you name it. Mason is a cooler spot though at 58 degrees, as well as Brady at 59. And then up in the big country, there's still some places in the upper 60s, 68 up in Roby and 67 up in Anson. Tonight is actually going to be our warmest night of the week. We're going to see lows dip into the lower to mid 40 with partly cloudy skies. We're going to have a pretty calm wind as they're starting to shift ahead of this front that's coming through. That's going to bring that drastic drop in temperatures later on this week. But tomorrow is going to be our last spring-like day before the fun happens. We're going to see highs peak in the lower to mid 70s. Some of our cooler spots though in the 60s, Snyder 68, Midland 69. Here at San Angelo, we're looking to reach 75, and up in Abilene, we're looking to reach 73 degrees on tomorrow. Now, we do have some rain chances coming along with this next system. We're going to see pretty widespread likely chances on Wednesday and then more scattered on Thursday. We're going to see the rain start the rain or any type of winter precipitation start Wednesday evening through overnight Wednesday, and then Thursday's chances will mainly be before lunchtime. Now, depending on just how cold this cold air mass moves in could depend on if we see rain, freezing rain, or even snow. Now, I mentioned this earlier in the show. We do have a winter weather watch that'll go into effect Wednesday at noon, lasting until Thursday at 6 p.m. Just some of the impacts that I want to talk about right now. Driving conditions could be impaired, especially on your way home on Wednesday and on your way to work on Thursday. And then if you're not dressing properly, you could be facing hypothermia concerns. And here are some warning signs of hypothermia. You have confusion, shivering, difficulty speaking, sleepiness, and stiff muscles. Now, along with hypothermia concerns, also want to talk about some more winter safety tips. So outside, make sure you're dressing for the conditions, limit your time outdoors, check on others that may be spending large amounts of time outdoors, and watch out for icy areas. If you're anything like me, you're clumsy, so that's the important one. Watch out for icy areas so you're not slipping on any ice. Now, indoors, check your furnace or your chimneys. Make sure you're checking your carbon monoxide detectors and insulate any exposed pipes. A bonus one that we've talked about often, watch out for those space heaters. Make sure you're not keeping them too close to any flammable objects, and don't plug them into any power strips. Now, for your cars, make sure you're checking your battery, tire pressure, jumper cables, and have a blanket on hand in case you get stranded. And for your pets, the biggest thing, bring them inside. If you have any pets that you just absolutely can't bring inside, make sure you have shelter for them outside. Make sure you provide fresh water and keep salt away from their paws, because that can actually hurt their paws. Now, for the next 7 days, you see we have that warm day ahead of us tomorrow before the change happens on Wednesday, thanks to our next system coming through. It's going to take us a while to warm up. By weekend, we'll finally be out of freezing levels, but we won't quite be where we should be at this time of year. In fact, we'll be starting the week next week a good 10 degrees below average. Same story for Abilene. Those precipitation chances even more widespread up there in the big country. Warm day ahead of us tomorrow before the big change comes. Having a hard time to warm back up by this time next week. Back to you.